Ariel. So tonight I was listening to some of my favorite music, which is gospel music, and it just made me feel really good. And I wanted to share that because for me, music is so, like, it can change my mood so much. Music is very powerful for me, which is why I love dance and music festivals and everything. But it's amazing what, how much things can change. And so I was listening to my gospel playlist that I made on Spotify, which I will post so you could look at it if you have Spotify. Spotify is like the best $10 you can spend a month, in my opinion, on anything. And then it's only like $13 for two people or something. So anyway, and I just love gospel. For me, I just feel uplifted and I always feel better. And I was listening to the song It Gets Better earlier lying down, and I was just like, yeah, it gets better. And I can feel that when I hear it in music sometimes. And I can feel that when I feel connected to God or my higher power or whatever you want to call it. And I personally do not have any kind of religious denomination affiliation that I connect with completely. So I just have a sense of something bigger than me that I've always felt. And honestly, it's what has gotten me through the really hard times in my life, when I had no hope. And luckily for me, I like when I listen to any music, I just can let go of the specifics. So I like gospel music and other music like kirtan music and stuff, and I just kind of take out the names and put in God for myself, or whatever you want to call it, in the meaning for me. So there's a lot of great music out there for different religions that's very uplifting, and so I personally, though, find that gospel music is the one that makes me the happiest and connected the most with the divine. And for me, I used to go to a church in Oakland when I was going to Mills. I started actually an interfaith group at Mills College when I was going there. We called it Soulful Connections. And just for me, it's been really important to see, spirituality as a way to bring people together, not something to tear us apart. And that is so important to me, especially being gay, and especially having homophobic people that are religious, that it completely negates the religion. And luckily I have a wonderful friend, Jessie, who always is the biggest Jesus fan and the most amazing person for her actions fitting what she believes, and I love that. And so I used to go to a church in Oakland, the First Congregational Church, and we had a gospel choir there, and I loved that because that's where, if I go to church or something, like the music, that's what makes me feel connected. So even though I can't go anywhere, listening to gospel music makes me feel super connected, and I was just feeling much more hopeful tonight, and I wanted to share that, and that, my way of just letting it not have to be specific and just enjoying the music that makes me feel uplifted and happy. And it can just change my mood so much, and it really helps me to feel more hopeful. And I know for me, it's also just because I feel connected to my higher power or God, and that gives me hope. And like I said, that's the thing that's really gotten me through. And I have a thing on my wall that says believe in a star, and I've had that on there for 15 years or something, wherever I live. And a couple years ago, I just kept looking at it and like saying it and just like, okay, you know, like when I just couldn't deal sometimes, I would just keep looking at it and keep looking at it, when, especially when I was just having like major anxiety or like PTSD, you know, emotional flashbacks and just like horrible experiences, and just trying to like keep that sense. And I just felt so grateful tonight for feeling that connection, and I hope to share that with you, that you know, I feel connected with you and your journey, and I feel really grateful for all the people in my life. And Vanessa was the one who got me to know about Kirk Franklin and Mary Mary, and those are some of my favorite gospel groups. And so there's quite a few of their songs on my gospel playlist. So anyway, thank you for sharing this journey with me, and I hope you have a good night.